podcast. Today's episode, Little Dusty on the Bottle, featuring Daniel Prewett. So today we're going to dive into what we call some vintage whiskey. We've got an array of bottles. We'll have to take a picture to post. Daniel, this is your second time back on the podcast. Happy belated 40th birthday. I know we got to celebrate with you at Jason's house, and we had quite a good time. Garrett, how are you doing today?
You know what they say? It might be a little dust on the bottle. Don't let it fool you about what's inside.
Maybe we should go do karaoke. We were just harmonize a little bit. Yeah. Well, I'm really excited. I was hoping we didn't drink at the birthday party. We didn't drink all his vintage whiskey, but this will be a really good episode. We haven't dive into this topic at all. I think we all have bourbon journeys that we go through, and where we like, oh, I'm chasing the unicorn allocated, then I'm chasing the next new experience, and then now it's like, man, old whiskey's good, like really, really good. And like you watch videos, you know, there's so many different videos on YouTube out there where vintage always beats new, so it's not a surprise. But when you get to actually try it, right, it's like, oh, hey, I really want to go to an awesome beach vacation. And, you know, you look at pictures and you're like, man, it looks really nice. But then you experience it for yourself. It's just completely different. So same thing for whiskey. So Daniel, I mean, talk to us a little bit about, let's just dive into your journey of like exploring and sourcing whiskey. And we'll just go ahead and dive in. This episode is going to be a little different. We're not going to follow our normal format. We're going to talk a little bit about Stitzelweller, obviously the whiskey that we have in front of you, some of the vintage stuff, some, you know, Daniel's experience sourcing some of this whiskey, what he's learned. We're going to talk a little bit of history about the Stitzelweller, kind of educate people, like, because everybody goes crazy over Pappy, and, you know, Pappy's really not what Pappy was famous for, right? It comes from a completely different place now, but and then we'll just kind of talk through some of these bottles and our experience trying them, and yeah. So I'll kick it over to you for a little bit, man. You want to talk
real quick? Do we want to start something?
Yeah, we should. What do you want to start with? Eagle Rare, or what do you want? You're the boss. This is your whiskey, Daniel. So, yeah,
which one?
The Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. And again, sorry, we kind of just dive in. I don't know if I'm super prepared. It's been a long week. I've been traveling, getting over being sick. Thank you for all the kind words over the weekend. Definitely was fighting off something that I started getting sick on the plane, but it really hit me over the weekend. So definitely feeling a lot better. But the allergies and pollen is out there in full force. So if you have allergies and you're experiencing the plague, it's rough. So I've been living on some allergy medicine. So. But
so go into your stuff, Daniel, and also talk about what we just poured a little bit, and we kind of talk about each of these bottles as we go.
It really got me kicked off on the Dusty hunt. Basically, was a 40th birthday. It was here about a week ago, and when they get something special, the first bottle I sourced was a 1976 Wild Turkey 8-year 101. Got it, tasted it, and it's just excellent. It's definitely not the turkey of today.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with the current Wild Turkey 8 101, but no comparison at all.
Speaking of Turkey 8 101, we may have a secret surprise that we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, last
pick
call
that we have coming up.
Then from there, I kind of dove off the deep end. Got the 1975, the 1980 Eagle Rare. The first year was 75. Got two smaller bottles of that, then a 1980, 750 of that. I've got some 1970 Old Fitz, some old Ezra Brooks 71, some Johnny Drum, not quite as old as the rest. I think this one's circa 2010, which Johnny Drum, it's under the Willet umbrella, so it's different pour. It's good though.
Yeah, it's a really good pour. But I think, you know, for that Johnny Drum, and I don't want to jump ahead, but I think that was a pretty affordable bottle, right? That you were able to acquire.
Oh yeah, very affordable. I sourced them basically $75 a piece.
Yeah, and it's honestly, and I don't know if normal Johnny Drum tastes like that, but by God, this one is very good. And I'm obviously a Willet person myself. I'm a huge purple tops. But yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, this Johnny Drum, it's one of the wax tops. I think it's right after they dropped the 15-year age statement, though. So if you ever see a 15-year age stated for a reasonable price, snatch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw the Weller Special Reserve not long ago with the corks now, so it's kind of interesting to see those with that.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder if they're going to do the Weller 12 with a cork too as well.
You would think so, but you never know. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep that one the same.
Yeah.
I also want to talk a little bit about. I was at an antique shop the other day. And I found a couple really cool decanters. 1971 Wild Turkey has like a big turkey, and it kind of has the history of Wild Turkey on it. It's got a really cool seal strip, everything, and then also a Jim Beam St. Louis decanter from 1967. So
dude, those were sweet.
Yeah, they're
like
really cool. I
finds.
think it may be paid $40-$50 for both of them, but to me, it's worth it. They're cool,
yeah,
like
100%.
displays. They're a lot bigger than you would think. Like they'll literally take up the whole shelf. So they were really cool. I wasn't expecting to find those antiquing, but
Yeah, that actually kind of like motivates me to want to go to more antique shops to find some cool stuff like that.
Hey, meet you a lady who likes to go antiquing.
Yeah. All right, you hear that, Liliana? He's calling you out, so we got to go antiquing now. So.
Yeah, I mean it was her idea, so I was like, oh okay, yeah. Let's go do that.
Who would have thought you found some cool like turkey one? I mean, they're both really cool.
Turkey and beam, yeah, two of my favorite. But that turkey one was sick. Like just a huge turkey is in perfect condition. Like
I remember when you sent the picture of it, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, holy cow, it's a decanter. Like that's insane.
Yeah, it's massive too. Like it's like this big.
Yeah, I think
that's what she said.
I think the 70s turkey, they had several series of the decanters. I think that one you got was what they call the Lore series.
Yeah, because it kind of talks about the Wild Turkey history on that little scroll.
The whole 70s era seemed like a turkey.
Well, I think
Fitz all had a lot of decanters.
Yeah, I think
Beam.
I think we were talking about this where you mentioned that because other alcohols were so popular, then that's why the distillery started making decanters for whiskey, because I guess like gin and vodka, because everybody's doing like yard parties and
marketing,
the cool hip, martinis, things like that. So.
Do you guys notice, like, and I don't know, it's hard for me to pinpoint, like this Eagle Rare that we're smelling right now, which was it? This is from when?
That one's 1980.
1980, okay.
Old Prentice Distillery.
Yeah, Old Prentice
Is this the original bottle?
Yes.
Oops. Hello.
Yeah,
original bottle, neck tag, everything.
Hey, look, it's 101 proof. Buffalo Trace, guys, it's 101 proof. We need this.
I mean, I just like it to me, like this old whiskey just kind of smells. It's like got a distinct. I can't put my finger on it.
It soars above all other bourbons.
It just smells like syrupy, complex, like, and I don't get like a million different flavors or anything like that. I just get like it's just consistent. I don't know, and I don't know if it's just my own like perception here but it just. I can't pick it. It just smells dusty and yummy, and I don't know, man. It's tough to really pinpoint
like
your fingers.
Concentrated sweetness.
Yeah,
almost.
But it's not like super. It's not like vanillas and caramels just blowing my nose out. Maybe we're just used to those, but it definitely smells older, funkier. It's just really nice. I really enjoy it.
This one on the table on the tag says about 1 barrel in every 37 laid down is judge worthy of the name Eagle Rare.
Wow.
And I mean, for those days, it seems like a lot of barrels. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's probably like the equivalent of like 100 barrels or so these days. I don't know how they do Eagle Rare now. And it's the old Prentice Distillery.
Yeah. Which, if you're not familiar with that, that's where Four Roses operates. Which was just bought out by E.J. Gallo. So you're going to see probably a lot more marketing and stuff happening for Four Roses. So Four Roses is probably an acquired taste. I'm a big fan of theirs. I think their single barrels are phenomenal. Their limited releases are excellent. A little pricey on some of them. There's a little bit of inconsistency on some are like superb and some are decent or really good. But I think in general, I think they make a really good product, and I've always been a big fan of them. They do have a lot of recipes, so you can do some research. I think they have 10 different recipes, but we do have a Four Roses episode too as well, which you guys can go check out and listen to. But so let's keep talking about some whiskey. Let's talk about some of what was your experience kind of working with. You don't have to mention any names or anything, just like interacting with people and kind of talking through and kind of haggling, like you want to kind of share your experience going through that. Because honestly, I think what you've been able to pull off in such a short period of time was awesome, man. It was incredible what you were able to pull together. I was super impressed. I thought you were going to get like 1 or 2 bottles maybe, and now you have a whole freaking Dusty collection. So,
also, was this one full when you got it?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest bottles I've ever seen in my life. And we'll post a picture in our Bourbon Nerdz group. We'll probably float it around. Someone say whiskey. I think we had one going not too long or last week, but it looks like an old Japanese whiskey jug kind of. Something you would see like when you're traveling Europe or something.
It's the old Fitzgerald.
Yeah, old Fitzgerald. So
They call this one a Blarney bottle.
yeah, that's kind of cool. It's just one of the coolest bottles I've ever seen. So it's completely like glass white, like with a little picture painting on it, and it just looks like an old school bottle. So
What are those? Are all those kind of the same?
Yeah, these are all
benchmarks.
Seagram's benchmarks from 1969, 70,
Is this the same as that?
71. Yes, they're all Old Prentice Distillery, also
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think I've tried this one yet.
86 proof, I believe.
Yeah, they're a little bit lower proof. I remember I had them. I mean, again, we were drinking some amazing bottles for your birthday. And I hope you had a good time, man. I actually had a really, really good time. So,
I think Jason had a really good time.
yeah, I think he did.
No, I had a great time.
So we had a lot of fun. But yeah, the Seagull Rare is really good. It does have quite a bit of oak presence, but it's very subtle and like it's not it's not off-putting. It's just like, man, this has got some old school oak and funk on it. There's a little bit of cherry caramel light. It's very delicate though, and it just kind of swirls together. So it's just like it just coats your tongue. It is. And I hope I'm describing it well enough. And I don't know how you guys feel about the palate on the Seagull Rare, but it's delicious. I mean,
The nose is definitely heavy caramel.
yeah, for sure. But not your traditional new bourbon. It's caramel. It's more like complex. Like if you would get expensive caramel, I guess you could say, not like a cheap candy bar or something. You know, when you buy some high end caramel chocolate or something like that. It's hard to really pinpoint it for me, but
It's almost like caramel and bubble gum. It's a interesting.
yeah. So it's pretty good. I'm going to try some of this benchmark. I remember when I tried this other, these are 86 proof. I wasn't the biggest fan, and these are Seagram's owned the brand at the time. Seagram's actually was owned quite a bit back in the day.
Yeah, I believe Seagram's, they sold off most of their product lines. They're now pretty popular.
What was this in?
That was in kind of like a decanter that you got.
Oh, really? You
Yes.
just poured it out? Okay.
Cool, and you just kind of made your own stickers.
Did you send a
and stuff.
picture of the decanter in the group?
I may have. If not, I will.
No, I'm just curious what the.
Yeah, I wonder if
what
it's
the
the
decanter
same
looked like.
thing, kind of like.
That's a different one. I may have a picture of it.
So let's get back. Sorry, we were kind of cutting off. I'm just excited to try some of this stuff. Talk to us about some of the things you learned when you were sourcing some of these bottles and some of the kind of the experience you went through.
As far as sourcing them, most people involved, I guess this, I don't know how you'd say it, a niche group.
Yeah, definitely a niche group.
They're all pretty friendly. Most of them will deal with you, but pretty much going to only find them on secondary, maybe unicorn auctions. But
Yeah.
I prefer to talk, person to person, work out a deal, see exactly where you're getting. There's some people out there, that's all they do as a hobby, apparently, is go around, find these old stores, source the old Dusties when they get them.
Was it this one?
No, that was a Beam right there.
Oh, that's
It was like a little teapot. Oh, I can't. It kind of went away.
Oh yeah. That's
It
cool.
was kind of dark.
Yeah, I got the box,
Oh, that is cool.
everything.
Yeah. All those old decanters are sweet. I think I've picked up
Yeah.
a new addiction.
Antiquing old decanters. No, I mean, but that'd be cool though. When we eventually get a bourbon room and just have all those decanters and different stuff like that. So, yeah. So moving over to this benchmark, and this was the 1969 one or 1970.
Just look at,
This might be
the
a
legs on
70.
this Eagle Rare, man.
1970.
Like,
Yeah.
It's just for days.
It is.
Just legs for days. I'm still sipping on this Eagle Rare.
Yeah, the Eagle Rare is so good. I love that bottle, and it's almost killed So you got to keep it away from Garrett.
And this one is the Ezra Brooks 12, bottled in 71. Is this an old Peerless bottle?
Or is this it's an old Peerless bottle.
Gotcha. What did this come in?
It was a decanter also.
Okay. So you just have a bunch of decanters. And,
yeah.
Cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Was it the not being able to like carry the decanters around as easy?
Yeah, some of them, the corks are
Actually,
old,
I don't think I tried
leak. So
Yeah, just to kind of preserve the juice in it.
Yeah, if you're going to drink it, try it out. It's better to decant it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So what does that involve? Does that involve like pouring it out over like a cloth or something?
Yeah,
to kind of filter
strainer
it?
cloth. Just
So is it 90 proof or 80 proof?
that one, I believe,
Got
is
it both on
90.
here. Okay. Well, like this part says 90 and this part down here says 80.
Yeah,
so
I made that label, so it's probably got some errors on there.
Okay.
I probably had a few drinks when I did it. But yeah, 71. So this was distilled in 1959, probably.
Whew. Some old juice.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Some old corn. You got to think like it's all the stuff that compromised or was comprised of be put in there. And like surviving in it, just an old glass decanter too is kind of wild because I'm sure those things are like they're like this one's sealed pretty good, but I'm sure they can still get cracks or around the corks. Like, so I'm surprised some of these survived as well as they did.
No, for sure, 100%. It's amazing that some of this whiskey is still around, and there's still quite a still a decent amount of it. Like, and it's kind of sad to see like where we've come. And we have some amazing whiskey out there, and bourbon's getting kind of back to being aged longer, but it's just not quite the same. And you can see countless examples where things are, where people are testing the new versus the old, and the old wins like 99% of the time. So
that's more than
that's a Garrett pour right there. He's pouring some of the old Fitzgerald.
I appreciate that. He didn't have to pour that much.
I do get some like on this benchmark. I get some kind of like I don't know. It's like it's a oak funk or something. Like it's a little. It's good. Like the front. There's not much on the front. It's got a good mid palate, and then it's just kind of like it's like almost like a copper distill kind of taste or something, or old distill pipe, kind of metal pipe, something on it.
Yeah.
It's not like bad. That probably sounds off-putting if you're listening, but it gives me from all the other ones that are so smooth and complex. These benchmarks aren't my favorite. They're still really good. I'm very happy that we got to try these, but there's definitely a little off-putting.
These are before Bottled and Bond, right?
That's a Bottled and Bond right there.
This was a Bottled and Bond?
Yeah, the attack strip, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I couldn't remember the date.
1970 Bottled and Bond.
Couldn't remember the date that Bottled and Bond started.
James E. Pepper invented this strip stamp seal thing there.
May the roads rise with you and the wind be always at your back. So, it's a nice little saying. May you be in heaven a full half hour before the devil knows you're dead. I like that. Dude, this is sick.
I mean, obviously these benchmarks are much more complex than the current outside the benchmark foolproof, which is the GOAT, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, 86 proof versus 125 on the current foolproof.
Yeah. Dude, this smells like if you're walking out in a wheat field and like I
get that and like sugar cookies on the nose to me.
Okay, I can see definitely like the butter cookies. You remember in like those little tin pans? Yeah, it smells like those. You know what I'm talking about?
The what?
The little butter cookies that come in the tin.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma used to eat those.
Are you talking about the
all
old
the time.
Fitz smells like that?
Yeah, it smells like a wheat field and like some butter cookies.
I'm getting like an apple crumb almost, like an apple toaster strudel or like an apple strudel.
Very sweet.
Definitely okay.
Get some cinnamon.
Yeah, definitely can smell. It's a faint apple though to me. But yeah, let's go to the palate. And sorry, I know we were sitting here talking about these whiskeys, and we'll dive more into. It's just it's not every day you get to drink some old whiskey, so like we're kind of savoring the moment. The second time we've got to enjoy some of these, and we appreciate Daniel, obviously, you sourcing these bottles and then sharing with us in our community. We greatly appreciate that. This is probably like one, I think you've probably changed my bourbon trajectory. So like, I think my next venture is to try to get a couple of these. I think we need them in our collection. And
I have some money coming later this year, and my venture is going to be Michter's 20. So that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, as far as anybody trying to source old Dusties, if you're on any secondary groups, they're not gonna say easy to find, but you'll run across them pretty regular.
Yeah. So out of these bottles, which one's your favorite?
That's a toss up between the Eagle Rare and the Old Fitz. Honestly,
that Old Fitz is so good.
It is very good. I think I would give it a little more to the Eagle Rare, but they are both very good for sure.
Honestly, I don't know. I love both of them. They're good in their own way. Like this is so like
now it's kind of smelling like an apple. Like an Airhead or apple, like Laffy Taffy kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It's kind of muted on the
tart apple.
I mean, these aren't high proofs, right? So I do agree. I think the Eagle Rare, which it has a little bit more proof. What is the proof on this? 100?
100.
Bond,
it's
right?
100 versus 101.
I think that one proof does make a difference. You get a little bit more. That wheat is really strong, almost like bready at the end on the finish. So I don't know. I do think the Eagle Rares I'd give it, but they're both very good. It's pretty insane. It's just, man, there's just that funky dustiness that we love about bourbon, man. And you know, it's awesome and sad at the same time. You know, I was watching what's Bruce is Bruzel, right?
Yes.
Yes, Bruzel. I don't know why I was going to call him TJ, but that's his real name.
That's also his name, yes.
Yeah, that is his name. But I was watching him, and he was like, yeah, you know, this is sad that all these vintage bottles are just so much better, and, you know, most people aren't going to get a chance to try these. I hope, you know, if you go to a drop or you find an opportunity to buy at a reasonable price, you know, obviously with someone you trust, there's a lot of concerns, I think, in the secondary old vintage bottles. I know you ran across an issue that you had, right?
Yes. As far as old decanters, a lot of them that you can't see the juice in, you're kind of taking a chance on has the seal been compromised over the decades?
Yeah.
If so, the juice might not be any good.
Yeah.
So actually, one of the old beams I got, it looked like mud almost.
Yeah, I remember seeing that
oxidized.
picture. I wasn't sure if you had bought that one or not.
Yeah, I didn't pay much at all for it. So.
Yeah. Or at least you didn't pay too much. It wasn't like a $300 venture or something.
No. Got a cool decanter for the shelf though.
Yeah, for sure. Cool decanter, and I think you and that guy exchanged some like samples and stuff.
I need to find one like this. How much are these? Just the decanter online?
No fits.
I think I've seen them $50 to $70 on like eBay and stuff like that.
I have to buy one because this is just really cool. Just all the Irish stuff on it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I agree. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. Well, so, and that's old Stitzel Weller juice?
Yes, it's Stitzel Weller.
Which I didn't know Stitzel Weller made Old Fitz and Pappy. Like they were making some good stuff.
They made, is it Old Yeller or Rebel Yell?
Cabin Still. Is that correct? Cabin Still, Rebel Yell, Weller, Old Fitzgerald. Some of those might be later on.
Is Rebel Yell similar to like the Rebels that they release now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same brand name. Obviously, it's not the same.
So they just made a bunch of wheat whiskeys or wheat bourbons, essentially.
They're the ones that really, like, basically founded wheat whiskey. Like, so Stitzel and Weller started. They broke ground around 1933, and they came out. They actually launched their distillery in 1935. And so basically, it was William Lou Weller and the Stitzel family, which was the Stitzel Distilling. So the Weller family were actually wholesalers, and they were buying most of their products from Stitzel Distilling. And so they end up merging together, which created the Stitzel Weller distillery, which is one of the most famous, I think, distilleries ever, right? I mean, Pappy came from there when it was originally kind of set off on the market, and you know, some of those old juice and stuff that was aged there, just I don't know, it's hard to beat.
Did you guys look up why they sold?
I did not. Not the reason why they sold.
Well, I think it was all went down to the downturn of bourbon, and the market was kind of crashing. You know, and I think they sold it in 72, 73.
I think the first time was somewhere around there. I might be incorrect on that.
And then they closed their doors, I think around 1992, I think it was. So, you know, and when they merged, let me go back to William Weller and Stitzel family. The president was Julian Van Winkle, which we all know, obviously, is Pappy, which is, you know, a founder of bourbon, kind of, and the We Did and all that kind of stuff, and kind of put that whole distillery on, you know, on the top of the market for some of the best bourbon ever created, I think. So it's really interesting. And there's a lot of history there. I know Castle and Key operates there now. I know that they make Blade and Bow there, which from what I understood, and I'm not 100% sure, that's a Bullet product. But I need to look more into that. I was listening to the Bourbon Pursuit podcast, which have a
Bullet sources too. So
yeah. So
well, except for their bottle and bond.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have a Castle and Key, and it's really hard to drink. It's weird. It's very,
yeah.
very,
Their first
very
bottle
funky.
that came out wasn't too great. I'm hoping that they get a little bit more age, they get a little bit more experience. Maybe they can revitalize and get close to that. I don't know if we'll ever see the kind of the same. I mean, you know, we've talked a little bit, Daniel, offline, and Garrett, you were involved in those conversations. Like, and we can switch over that. What do we think made whiskey that much better back then, right? And I think there's a few things that kind of come into play. You know, Daniel, I know you mentioned wood.
Yeah, I think just a thought I had, and after I looked it up on Google, it seems to be a consensus about the old slow growth wood used in the barrels back in this era. I guess, more on par with what they call a fine grain barrel today. So just a higher quality wood used, basically. A little more interaction, a little more barrel influence.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this Ezra book is really good.
I haven't had that one yet.
It disappears quick, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. The flavor is good for 90 proof. It pops,
Yeah,
man.
that's what's crazy. Like, thinking about these old whiskeys, a lot of these are lower proof. You know, I mean, people weren't drinking 139 proof back then. I mean, honestly, they were struggling when they got more into the 70s, early 80s, and or mid 80s, early 90s. I mean, bourbon was
It
really
almost
struggling.
pops more than the 100 and 101 proof. I don't know why. It's really just popping. Are you sure that's only 90 proof?
Yes.
Jeez.
I do believe.
Yeah, it's
I believe
crazy
it's 90 proof.
to me. Like, as American as bourbon is, and like vodka just took over the scene, you know, and really that's when you started seeing bourbon started falling off the face of the earth. And it's like, I guess
Martinis just became really
you got to look
popular.
at history and some of the wars, and there was a peace movement and all that kind of stuff. So maybe it was like, all right, well, screw bourbon, we're going to vodka, or so. I don't know. It's kind of weird just to think about, and like how good this stuff and how cheap it was just sitting on the shelf.
Well, back in like the 70s, and like they always had those those glasses, and they were sipping martinis, and they were doing all that's. I think it was just the popularity of that stuff back then.
Yeah. So also a couple things, we talked about the wood. I mean, the climate, like they didn't have climate controls, and heated, they just let Mother Nature do its work. Natural airflow. I mean, a lot of that stuff Mother Nature has involved in making bourbon, like whether you want to consider that or not. We've talked a lot about moving the bourbon moving in and out of the barrel, the wood grains and all that. Obviously, all that plays a part into it. I know that Stitzel Weller back in the day, they had a rule of, this is something I learned listening to the podcast, no chemists. Like, they didn't want any chemicals in their stuff at all. Like, how much in there today, is there certain chemicals or part of the chemical process that have an impact
Or
on
additives being added to their barrels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking at you, 13th colony.
Yeah, I was just going to say that double oak. That's the dark. That looks like black tar heroin. Just joking, but black tar. So I mean, there's a lot of different things. I mean, you probably look at the yeast, the quality of stuff that we used back then. I mean, there's so many different factors that can contribute to that. Probably water was cleaner from some of the natural reserves and stuff. I mean, there's been a lot of pollution that's taken place over, the last 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. So, I mean, there's so many different things. Grain, you have less pesticides and different things that have impact. I mean, we could just create a whole list of stuff. And I don't know specifically what, pinpoint. I'd love to talk to someone that's, been around since the beginning of time, or, creating bourbon and stuff like that, like Jimmy Russell or somebody. But I mean, there's a lot of different factors in it, but I think wood definitely has an impact. I think, chemicals that are used on grains and different products, pollution in water, the cleaning supplies that they use to clean the machines. I mean, there's so many different things that can make an impact on, I think, what we're getting today. And then the bourbon demand that we have lived through just recently, and it's kind of dying off. Like, people were pushing out whiskey. They weren't aging it as long. And, that was kind of 10 years was like the gold standard of what most of these bottles were going through back then. That was normal. Now it's kind of almost like a luxury, and I think it'll get back to that as we see higher age stuff like Eagle 12, and we still have great products like Russell's 10 and different things on the market. But, people are, I think Elijah Craig learned really quickly removing their age statement and reducing their barrel proof. I mean, when's the last time besides B525, right? Was pretty good. When's the last time you got excited about a barrel proof? Huh?
It was still below 12 years though.
Yeah, exactly. So no one's been so eager to.
Well, that's why everyone's excited for these ryes. These barrel proof ryes have been releasing because they're higher age ryes
and they're good
and they're great.
Yeah.
I don't think rye needs as much age as bourbon does. Sometimes.
No, it doesn't. And then wheat too. I mean, Stitzelweller, used wheat, and you get a softer pour. These are, especially the Old Fitz is very soft. It's not off-putting in any manner. But they don't jump off the thing I see consistently with some of the older whiskey. It doesn't jump off your palate. Like, it didn't blow you away. It's just really complex. It's mouth coating. And it's consistent from front to back, and and that's what I see consistently for all these. And it tastes funky and a little bit of oak, and it's good, and it's really nice.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey.
As far as that, another thing, in my opinion, what I've heard is a lot of this stuff in these areas, a big bourbon glut in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
was the age statement back then. So a lot of this juice was probably a lot older than what it says. Like the Wild Turkey 8 from the 70s. A lot of that was probably way older than 8 years. Just some of the forums and stuff I've seen online from various people.
Is there an old dusty bottle, like a dream bottle that you have now that you've kind of got into this, that you're just like, all
He's
right.
probably over there thinking like 70s Pappy Van Winkle.
I don't think they had Pappy Van Winkle in the 70s, though. The actual
When
Pappy.
did they start making Pappy?
I'm wanting to say
Well, they started
early
making
2000s, maybe.
Oh, really? It was so they didn't make. I thought Stitzelweller made
No,
Pappy.
they made Pappy back then. No, that was one of their product lines.
Well, the actual Pappy Van Winkle.
Yeah, I think they stopped making it in like the 70s or something. I'd have to look at the timeline. There's so much history on Stitzelweller, man.
So I know this 70 was
I could spend
Pappy.
days
Might have been
reading
late
about
90s.
Yeah.
1994, the 20 year.
Well, that's the 20 year, but they were making regular Pappy. I don't know what that was at that time. Was that 10 year?
Maybe just the older of 10.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like the 20, 23,
Yeah,
94,
those would be-
I'm
98.
thinking like 10 or 15.
Yeah. I don't know. We need to do a Pappy episode and then like talk about Pappygate and stuff like that. That'd be good. I was thinking about that today as I dove into the Stitzelweller, which is just really
Just a
unique.
dude that did traveling softball and sold it to his rich friends.
Yeah, I'd say as far as a dream bottle, though, I'd like to get a hold of a old Stitzelweller, old Gold Vein 107,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
something along those
Those are pretty
lines.
good, which are pretty attainable. I've seen some of those floating around.
Yeah, I mean,
People
probably $1,500, $2,000 if you
Yeah.
run across one.
Yeah, for sure. They're not cheap.
Why are those so expensive? I've never heard of Gold Vein.
It's just old Stitzelweller, dude. It's supposed to be like top of the notch. Like, well, and where do they age? Like 12 years or something?
I don't remember what the age was on them. They're a pretty cool looking bottle, too.
Yeah, just like it looks like a Weller. It's got gold. It's like a gold emblem on them. I've seen them post on. I think someone say whiskey or something. They people are posting them. I've seen them before. I think Tony has one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those right there.
I've seen those. Are those,
Yeah.
those are the old antiques, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Willer
yeah.
Antiques.
You said Gold Vein. I didn't know what Gold Vein meant.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it says 7 years on here, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were older than that.
Those things are $1,500, $2,000.
Some of them.
oh yeah, easily.
Jeez.
What I've
they're
seen.
expensive.
Jeez.
Here's
No.
one for 10 from a cask.
Weller. I mean,
Jeez.
it's Weller. I think Weller too. It's kind of like, and I'm a more of a Weller fan than you are, but like I think Weller's a pretty overrated product at this point. Not to say, so let me specify that Weller is not a bad product, but the hype and the craziness and the price on some of those is just they're not worth it. Get them at MSRP, absolutely. I think Garrett and I agree on this. CYPB is our favorite. I don't know what it is about CYPB, but it's delicious. I enjoy it. I still haven't to this day had the single barrel, which is crazy. I have a bottle. I haven't opened it yet. Trying to keep the Infinity Gauntlet together, but I'd like to source another one. I'd like to get a sample maybe. Somebody out there want to let me try it. I heard it's not the best, but I do like Full Proof. Full Proof's good, but CYPB and
I heard one out of every 5 is a banger.
yeah, which I don't like those odds. I'll
Or
just
they're
stick to
just
the
traded for the value.
CYPB. Yeah, exactly. Which their value's been dropping significantly on those for sure. So
CYPBs and the single barrels, both their values went down a lot here recently.
yeah, 100%.
That's good.
So don't hoard whiskey, guys, because you're gonna lose your butt. on it.
Don't do it.
Do not do it. Do not do it. You said this Ezra Brooks is pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
So let's simplify this, Daniel. If you're going to give 3 pieces of advice for someone wanting to get into vintage whiskey, what would your advice be?
So see if you try any first before you dive off into it. See if it's a path that you want to go down. Be ready for sticker shock. Bit number 2.
Yeah,
And,
you got to be willing to spend some money. These aren't cheap.
And,
So
patience.
yeah.
So
Patience, young grasshopper.
yes.
Yeah, but I mean, think about this. Like people are, trying to get Eagle Rare 17s and George C. Stags. I mean, those aren't cheap either. You know what I
No.
mean? So, and those are getting produced every year. These are going to get more and more limited. So, but you also have to think, not everybody's got piles of money laying around. So, I think too, when I was talking, the idea that I had is like, let's kind of come together and maybe get a group of guys that want to drink old whiskey and pitch in, or maybe we make it a part or something we do on the side for the Bourbon Nerdz community or something. If you'd be interested in something like that, I think that'd be cool just to have a bottle and share it and, get together as like a bottle share, and that'll be the bottle that we feature, and everybody can bring another bottle. And I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do on a consistent basis. Maybe once a quarter or something.
I'll throw in and get something like
like
old.
$150 or something, and we get a sweet old bottle that you would never ever get a chance to try, and then we have a cool hangout little bottle share thing. So I don't know. We'll figure out if we can get something like that going. If you're interested, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. So, but we're moving on. I'm gonna try this Ezra Brooks, and it's a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Bottled in 71.
71, so should have been
Hey, if
distilled
Coach
in
would
the
have put me back in 71, and we would have won state.
late 50s.
Yep, the nose, it's just funky, man.
Yeah,
Caramel funk.
I think these old ones is tack strips. Make sure they're intact.
Yeah.
So
Which I'm sure isn't easy to find because those things are old and they're wore out. And I'm sure it's easy to crack them a little bit. I told you.
Hello. Where have you been, Ezra Brooks?
this is a really, really affordable, especially bought in a decanter.
Yeah.
I mean,
What'd you pay for that?
probably $100 somewhere in there.
You paid $100 for that?
Yeah. It was a full-
Sign me up for that. Absolutely. That's
I
really
think you can
good.
get these pretty easy all day.
And then you just-
not all day, but pretty easily
And then you
obtainable.
just decanted it in that bottle, and it's like a...
And a lot of them, they'll people that sell them too. They'll if the cork's not in good shape, they'll actually some of them will decant it on video from the strip break to sealing it and send it to you decanted already too.
Nice.
That way you don't take a risk of it leaking and shipping.
Yeah. Wow, that Ezra Brooks is really good. I don't remember that. Did I get to try that last time? I don't remember. That's really good.
It's very good.
It's got some... Is that just like dark fruit that's kind of melded together? God, it's got some funky, fruity... But it's not like fruity. It's like dark fruit. I don't know.
Is it a plum?
Plum, yeah. Almost like a plum. I don't know.
Maybe a raisin?
A date. Like a plum date.
I'd say more date to me.
Yeah. That's good. Wow. That's really good. That reminds me of something. I can't pinpoint my finger on it. Almost
It's some 70s Ezra Brooks.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I need if $100, man. I need to track me down one of those, man. That's good.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Good, dangerously good. So
Magically delicious.
that actually, shoot, that might be better than I might enjoy that better than the Eagle Rare, man. That's pretty good. I'd have to go back and try that one. So
Yeah, from some of the people I've talked to that deal a lot in this, they said the Ezra Brooks from I think about 68 to 73 are really good drinkers.
So why is this turkey called Austin Nichols? Is that just what they called him?
I think he was that was a distillery back then. It was Austin Nichols Distillery, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yeah, just Austin Nichols Distillery, and then it turned into Wild Turkey, I guess. The Russell family, it's decanted in 1976. Wow. Decanter year. It was decanted in 2026. Yeah, 8-year. That's an old school 8-year. We're going to try some of the turkey next because we got some turkey business to talk about before we end this episode. Yeah, that was a good pop.
Yeah, I guess Austin Nichols bought what is Wild Turkey Distillery in 1971.
Okay.
And it's now owned by Campari.
Yeah, Campari.
It still produces Wild Turkey 101.
Okay.
So this was 5 years after Austin Nichols bought the distillery.
Okay. Nice. That's right. I should have known that. How dare I
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
be a bourbon nerd and not know
If
that.
ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, there's so much too. Like I want to, like we've dove into some distilleries and stuff. But like there's so much history we've glossed over and stuff that we'll have to do more deeper dives and have people on. Like I went down the rabbit hole of Stitzel Weller
Down
today.
To the devil in Georgia.
There's a devil down in Georgia.
It's right on the
Maybe
mega
the
deal.
side. Down.
I saw this meme. It was a bunch of angels sitting around. It was like watching the devil lose to some random dude in Georgia.
Yeah, I cannot tell a funny, well, not a funny joke, but like my daughter comes, like, so I'm finishing work. My daughter comes home and she's like, Daddy, there was a naked guy outside that they had to, I guess, call the cops on. I don't know what happened. She was at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I didn't see him, but she's like, they made us rush into the inside and then they had to call the call. I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, you are like right across from the jail.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. I'm sure some guy had to wink.
That doesn't
We're going
surprise me.
streaking. We're going to the gymnasium.
It's not exactly the greatest part of Durant.
No, it's definitely not.
It's a weird place to put the Boys and Girls Club. I'm just saying.
It kind of is.
Right across the street from the jail, so they can see over there and be like, look, kids, if you don't behave, that's where you're going to end up.
Yeah, but that's
better
where I
stop
went to
behaving.
middle school when I wasn't growing up. So
You went to middle school at the jail?
no,
What?
Not that the Boys and Girls Club is. So,
Oh, that was a middle school?
yeah, that was in middle school. Ooh,
Oh.
ooh.
In the ghetto?
It's Austin Nichols, not Wild Turkey. Is
Yeah, I will say as far as Dusty's, if you like the modern day Wild Turkey,
yeah,
that's one I would definitely try to
I
pursue.
love turkey.
I don't get the turkey funk, but it's damn good.
80s turkey.
I absolutely get. Well, I mean, all these are kind of funky, so I don't get the traditional turkey funk.
Yeah, I
but
don't
it's
get the
got,
traditional turkey funk.
I don't know. It's pretty funky though. Funk.
It's gonna funk you
Uptown
up.
funk.
Gonna uptown funk you up.
All right.
Uptown funk you up. Say uptown funk you up.
Turkey has pretty good legs on it too.
Yeah, it definitely does,
Nice,
and it tastes
oily.
delicious too. Golly, I don't know. That turkey's good.
It's got good legs.
I love you, Jenny.
Jenny, man.
I know, evil.
Is she the
villain.
worst villain in movie history?
I don't know. We need to have a debate on that one. The
Yeah, we should
worst
do a
villains.
villains episode.
Villains episode. Yeah,
Like
should
Dolores
be,
Umbridge. You got Jenny,
should be up there.
Vader.
Oh man. Well, I mean, one, absolutely try to try a Dusty, right? See what you like. I mean, that Ezra Brooks is great. That Old Fitz is great. The Eagle Rare is great. This Austin Nichols is great. I'm not a big fan of the benchmarks. They're not bad. I mean, it's awesome to get to try these for one, but those are probably my least favorite, but they're not bad. They're really good too. I mean, I don't know. This is all like delicious stuff. And then we'll finish it off with some Johnny Drum, man. Those Johnny Drums are freaking yummy for what you get for those.
And as far as people wanting to get into Dusty's, these benchmarks are actually little minis from the late 60s to early 70s. So
yeah, they're really cool.
if that's something you're wanting to pursue, you'll find a lot of people have just piles of these minis left from that era, and you can pick them up pretty reasonable. That's a good way to try this stuff pretty inexpensively.
Yeah, and they've got the little old school Seagram's logo on them. For you Seagram 7 lovers out there. Made with premium 6-year-old bourbon. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about, like during your journey of sourcing these bottles? And I know you gave some advice. I don't know. Try some old whiskey, guys. It's definitely delicious, and
Delicioso.
it's only going to be around so long. So
Yeah, try it. Don't be afraid to crack them open if you have them too.
yeah,
So,
these
I've
are definitely worth
cracked
sharing and experiencing. And
just about every
Yeah.
one I've procured, I've cracked open pretty much.
yeah, you got this one. Save this guy, man. This is another Eagle Rare 10 and a little. What is that? A pint
Yeah, I think that's a pint.
bottle?
It's the first year Eagle Rare was made.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first year Eagle Rare was made.
1975.
1975.
He just brought it to just show it off in front of us.
Yeah, it
Okay,
looks
check this
amazing.
guy out.
No, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
So we'll crack it.
No, let's keep that.
I'm leaving it up to Daniel. I'm not.
Yeah, we still got some of
If you
this
want to crack it,
guy.
I'll let you crack it. I don't care.
It's your bottle. You do what you want, but we got plenty out here. So, but I'm not going to stop you. But yeah, no, this is really, again, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being back on the podcast. I know this is your kind of off week, and today was a little crazy, and we got a lot going on and everything else. But yeah, this is great. I hope this opens up your eyes maybe to something new. I think Whiskey Blendery was a good experience, and trying what stuff that they're making. They're still coming out with great products, and trying to find new distilleries, and just like Garrett, let me try Seagrass by Barrel, and I'm like, that's opened up my eyes for Barrel, and I don't think it's the best whiskey ever, but
I need
it's
to find
good.
that 20-year Seagrass, but that's good.
And then they coming out with a toasted Seagrass. I mean, so
They have a cigar batch.
yeah, and a cigar batch I saw, which it looks pretty cool. So we've found a lot of those. Like Red Wind Empire is another really good distillery. I mean, Bardstown. I feel like I keep telling people about Bardstown, and people just aren't giving Bardstown enough love and attention. And I mean, they're making incredible whiskey. Like, so we're hanging out for Daniel's kind of birthday, and we've drank all these old vintage bottles. We were drinking banger after banger, and like I busted out because I hadn't gone back to it in a while. I busted out Discovery Series 11, and I could not. I just like, oh my god,
mine 11 and 12 are gone.
yeah. Jason was like, oh my god, this is like, it's incredible. It's still good. Bardstown's a great company. I know some of their stuff is expensive, but it's a quality product.
To be fair, the Discovery series is mixed with older Turkey, Beam, and I think Heaven Hill. So I mean, like, it's got a lot of good stuff in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one had the is that the 13 or the 12?
13's the
That's
double-
the 14-year
12-year.
turkey juice.
12.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew one of them had some older.
They're both great, 11 and 12.
Yeah, 11 and 12 are bangers. And then 13's good too, don't get me wrong, but it's not on the same level as 11 or 12. And if I come across another 11 or 12, I'm going to buy them. Like, they're just that good. Like, I mean,
They don't sit out there like the 10 does.
no. I see the 10 everywhere. I can't even remember what the 10 tastes like. I don't know, but it was not rememberable because I've had it before. I've had it a few drops. So, but again, none of them are bad. I've not had one I was like, oh, this is terrible or anything like that. I think Bardstown does some great stuff, but it's just some examples and stuff. And like, it's scary to get in, this kind of dark world of vintage whiskey and the underground and all that. But I think it's pretty cool. And you've proven like you can source good whiskey and in a reasonable time frame, and you haggle a little bit and you got some good deals. So I think it all is really good. So I hope anyone listening out there, you get a chance to try some older whiskey and kind of open up your eyes a little bit, and maybe you come across a bottle and pull the trigger on it, and you can be like, man, the Bourbon Nerdz talked me into it. But yeah, so I know this is a little bit different of an episode that we're doing, but we wanted to share this experience with you guys and kind of give you our thoughts. And firsthand. I think it's important. That's why we experience things. You never know. We all have different palates. We all like different things, but I can tell you this: the vintage whiskey is very good.
I just wanted to just do a little, like, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, a game. Not really a game. It's
I hate when he does this.
A project. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. But like, so this is a vintage whiskey episode. So I just want to
play a game.
Yeah, you want to play? I'd like to play a game. I just want to talk a little bit about classic movies and music. Like, so say that you're sitting outside with one of the, not sitting outside, you're sitting inside with one of these and a cigar, and you're watching an old movie and listening to some old music. What do you think you're listening to or watching? Just,
That's a good question. Cary Grant.
Oh, Cary Grant.
Yeah, Cary Grant. And in a lot of his movies, they drink bourbon, and I'm like, because it's funny, because my wife will be like, "Oh, look, what are they drinking? What are they drinking?" And I can't hardly tell because they're like super discreet about it. I think.
Well, yeah, because you have to pay if you put the label in your movie.
So I think it looked like to me what I did, because I did some research. Catch a Thief is a really good movie, and I've enjoyed all the Cary Grant movies, and she's in love with him, but. He's a very famous actor from back in the day, in the 50s, 60s, all that. And he's in a ton of Alfred Hitchcock movies, which Alfred Hitchcock is a phenomenal director.
One of the greatest of all time, for sure.
He's a goat. Not the goat, but he's one of the goats.
That's an interesting question, though. Who you like? Who you think the goat is of like filmmaking? I guess
I don't know. Probably for me, and this is for my personal. I think Martin Scorsese for me.
Okay.
I don't think he's the greatest of all time, but I think from movies that I've enjoyed, and I just think he makes phenomenal movies. Like, what about you, Daniel? Who would be like your GOAT director?
So I'm not really big on the movie history as far as who directs them, so I really don't have an answer on that.
Scorsese directed Goodfellas. So.
Yeah, he did.
He did like Raging,
well, there you
Raging
go.
Bull, Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, The Departed.
Departed. I mean, you could go all
Shutter
there.
Island.
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was
Hugo,
a pretty good one for a newer movie. Also,
Yeah.
Scorsese's great. I like Scorsese.
Yeah, I'd put him up there then. If
Quentin Tarantino's probably up there.
Yeah,
he's probably one of the best writers of
I agree.
of all time.
Yeah, if you like, he's very graphic.
So who's your favorite? Who's your GOAT director?
My GOAT director,
You're the movie guy.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay.
Now, if we're talking about classic, we're just talking about classic movies, drinking bourbon. I'm going to watch a Charlie Chaplin movie. Probably I really enjoy The Great Dictator. I think that's a great movie. I think that's actually really appropriate for these days. Not specifically us. I don't think Trump is a dictator. That's not what I'm trying to throw out there.
Yeah.
But I think it's got a lot of really good conversations about politics and following leaders and things like that. People just get wrapped up in it, and I think it's stupid. And actually, I feel like one of the greatest movie speeches of all time. So. Yeah. I love that movie. Charlie Chaplin, whatever people think of him, I don't really care. I think he's great. He's a great entertainer. He directed, did music. He did pretty much everything for almost all of his productions. Like, people just don't do that. So, what about music wise? If you guys were listening to like an artist or something,
classic. If I'm like drinking vintage whiskey and I'd probably put on like a Beatles record, something like that.
Beatles is good.
Yeah, I really like the Beatles a lot.
Say anything older for me, I'm pretty versed on music, I guess, as far as what I like. So I don't have any.
I was expecting him to say Johnny Cash.
I do like some old Johnny Cash. I get down with that. Drinking some bourbon.
Folsom Prison. I do sing that karaoke.
I'd be a little Led Zeppelin guy.
Yeah, dude, Stairway to Heaven, man. Take me up. Beam me up, Johnny.
They got some good stuff. Or Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd would be good too.
Pink Floyd would be pretty good. Man, I mean, there's a lot. I'm like, I don't know.
You could listen to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Play it at the time and watch the Dark Side of Wizard of Oz.
You could do that. If you have never done that. There's so many people that have never done that. Cigar? Yeah, drinking and smoking a cigar and some awesome stuff. God, there's so many different music bands that, you could like play and listen to, drinking some stuff like this. So movies wise, I mean, I don't know. There's a ton of older movies, and I've been watching more older movies like that. Don't
watch Vertigo like that; it'll give you a headache. But like Rear Window, if we're talking about like Hitchcock Rear Window movies. Or like Psycho are good. Yeah, Dial In for Murder, The Birds is fun.
Birds is
he's got a lot. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I really like To Catch a Thief. I think I really enjoyed that movie.
I think I've seen that
cute.
one. That might be one I've kind of watched once a long time ago and don't remember it that well. Some other ones like, I don't know if you guys ever seen High Noon, but that movie's really, really cool.
Yeah, I have.
It's actually filmed in real time. So like there's clocks all over and it's like actually moving in real time with the movie. Super creative. I mean, you could mention Tombstone. I don't know if that's considered super classic yet, but
Yeah,
it's definitely up there.
absolutely.
It's got to be 92, 93, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's absolutely classic.
I think
Tombstone's
actually
great movie.
just sitting down, drinking bourbon, smoking a cigar, watching Tombstone would be.
I think that's a good
If we
time.
do like a Bourbon Nerdz movie night, I think Tombstone might be the first movie we watch.
I'll vote for that right now.
What's
Oh
that?
yeah, Val Kilmer's 1 year anniversary death today.
Tombstone Christmas, 1993.
Oh, that's when
Yeah.
it came out in 93?
Yes.
That was a good guess then.
And I wasn't going to do it, but I might as well go ahead and do it. Guys, today, this is actually going to be our last episode. Garrett and I have decided to separate.
April Fools!
We got you.
We got
you went in
you.
too early, man. I was
I know
going to drag it out a little
You
bit.
guys are going to hear this in a couple weeks, but yeah, it's April
Yeah,
Fool's
it's April
Day
Fool's
right now.
today, so yeah, we're
I
just
hate April
joking.
Fools, man.
We're just getting started.
I think it's the dumbest thing anyone ever created ever.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Especially
with
when
you.
people do really stupid stuff like pregnancy stuff, like, oh, I'm pregnant.
Oh,
Like, dude,
can I tell you a funny story? This is getting into my
this is
personal life.
Cody's funny story.
So my current wife. So when we were together,
My current wife. Dude, that's a trend on TikTok.
My
and
only wife.
people are getting like throat chopped. Like,
Sorry.
no, we're not doing that trend.
my wife that I love more than anything in the
My
world.
wife.
My wife, ain't it nice? So she played a joke on me that she was pregnant on April Fool's, and shortly after that, she actually did get pregnant. So, it's kind of funny that joke was played on me, and it actually happened a few weeks after that. So, I'll never forget that, obviously. But yes, my wife. So
My wife.
I thought about playing a joke on her today. I was going to call and tell her the house is on fire, but I decided not to. I was very busy at work today. So, but anyways. So yes, it is April Fool's. We are not stopping the podcast. We are firing it up. We're actually been really busy. Lots been going on in both of Garrett and my life, but we've got some great ideas and things, and we're going to be, really trying to get, which we've talked about forever, a video. But we do have some exciting news. Should we go ahead and start talking about that?
Yeah, go for gold.
So we are actually coming out with what I will say officially our first bourbon pick. Which we're really excited about. We're encroaching summer. It's, fixing to be 147 degrees outside. But we are going to be doing, and we are partnering with Sippin' Liquor. I know there's some,
Sippin' Style.
Sippin' Style. Sorry. I don't know why I said Sippin' Liquor.
You always call it Sippin' Liquor.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. So I have, and if you haven't noticed, I have a bad habit. If I learn something or like memorize something, whether it's wrong or right, like it takes me a long time to correct myself. So I apologize. Sippin' Liquor. But yeah, we are doing a pick with them. It is a short barrel, 8-year turkey product. We are very excited about it. It is very cherry, caramel, cinnamon, everything you want and love about anything turkey related. And it's an easy sipper. It's 119 proof, I believe. And it is delicious. And we're very excited about it. Garrett came up with, I think, is probably one of the coolest stickers that was ever invented. And we're really excited about it. We definitely are going all in on this. I know there was some back and forth, when the first kind of pick we were doing, but I think we've clarified it. I believe in second chances, and I think AJ's a really nice guy. He had a lot going on, a death in the family and stuff like that. So I think there was some miscommunication and stuff. So we've been in communication with him. I think that's coming out on 4/25.
April 25th.
April 25th.
And I actually wrote down some of the notes that we had whenever we were
go
there.
ahead and share your notes.
Between me and Cody, on the nose, we got cherry, cinnamon, and caramel. On the palate, we got brown sugar, light turkey funk, caramel, drizzle, and cinnamon. And then the finish was sweet oak, caramel, crisp, apple crisp, and it was delicate.
Yeah. And I got a sweet light cherry note on the palate as well, a little bit more than Garrett did, but it was, dude, that, and I don't drink as much as Garrett, not to blame him or anything. He's always killing bottles, but that is an crushable, dangerous bottle. So in all the right ways, I was like, man, I want more. Like, I don't think and just drink stuff. I'm like, oh, I want more. But I really, him and I, it was funny because when we both tried it, we looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we instantly knew that that was the one, like, that we were going to do, and put our name on, get a sticker created for it, which Garrett came up with the coolest sticker I've ever seen. Honestly, I don't know of any sticker that exists on the face of the planet that's cooler than this one. But
so for all you Tater sticker fans, this one's for you.
Yeah, it's for you guys. So we're really excited about it. Can't wait. Hope you come out. We will be, obviously supporting. There's going to be a drop at Sip and Liquor in Plano. There'll be some bottle giveaways, additional tickets for it, but and Garrett and I will have some. So if you're interested in a bottle, let us know.
I may have a couple of bottles that may be given away, so just be prepared for that.
We might be doing some giveaways. Who knows? We might give away one of our practice picks, as I call it. So this is our first official one, and we're really excited about it. And we hope you support us and buy the bottle and trust our palates and give us your thoughts on what you think about it. But I think it's going to be one hell of a bottle. I'm super proud and excited to release it to the public and our Bourbon Nerdz community. So you get first dibs, guys. Cool. Well, I mean, shoot, are we going to make this? Is this going to be the shortest episode we've ever done?
I mean, we're over an hour. So.
Oh, we're over an hour. Dang it. I was wanting to keep us under an hour. You son of a biscuit eater. I'm just joking. Cool. Any final thoughts, Mr. Daniel? Man, a few words.
I do have one question for Daniel. Do you have any other Dusties that you're working on trying to get right now, or are you kind of done at the moment?
So currently I'm kind of done for now. I'm sure this won't be the end of it though.
Yeah, if he wins the lottery, man.
Oh yeah,
watch out, Dusties. He's coming for you.
It's game on.
He's gonna open you, Dusties.
Flame on, Dusties. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish off with some Johnny Drum. Johnny Be Good. Yeah, that's a good song.
You guys might not be ready for it, but your kids are gonna like it.
If we're having a Bourbon Nerdz movie night, we're also watching Back to the Future. That has to be a part of it. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's a classic right there. Back
movie.
to the Future.
Let's do like the Lord of the Rings 12-hour. We'll just play like 6 movies back to back to back.
Yeah, you're not ever going home.
By the third movie, you're just
Tim Hughes, get ready, buddy. We're coming here. We're coming to your house, buddy. We're gonna invade the movie.
Set this up with Tim. It's been a while.
Absolutely, I miss you. Miss you and Aaron, man.
Since I could
hold my head up high. It's been a while
since I first saw you.
Ooh, that was some harmony. All right, well, we're going to close this out. Any final words? Going once.
Final word.
I think I'm good.
Okay, he thinks he's good. Are you wearing pants right now, Daniel?
Yes.
He is. Are you Jake from State Farm?
I want to go to a pants party.
Yeah. Hey, there's
Jake
a party in
Farm.
his pants, and nobody's
I would like to invite
coming.
you to the pants party.
All right. Well, sorry, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know this is a little bit different than our episode. Buy vintage whiskey. It's delicious. It is real. It is limited quantities, and it's amazing. So we hope you get a chance to try it. Hopefully, I'll have some bottles one day, and we'll be able to share it together, because that's what bourbon and the community is all about. And we appreciate. Thank you for all the support. Again, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We will have a huge live. We're working on getting that, I think, probably maybe this month or May at the latest. I got to talk through some things with Garrett. But we're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. We'll do a huge giveaway. I've got some bottles that I'm wanting to procure for that, and some of that out of my personal collection. So, with that all said, I'm Cody.
Go Stars. I'm Garrett.
Hey, well, hold on. Go Rangers. Let's time out. Dude, the Rangers look great. They're 4-1, I believe. They won last night. It's still go Stars as well.
It's still hockey season. We don't care about the Rangers yet.
Go. Well,
we got about a month before we care about the Rangers.
All right, go Stars. I'm rooting for the Stars. I'm going to be rooting for them in the playoffs. I'm going to start. This is kind of started the season that I really start watching hockey, even though I'm starting to get more. So sorry about that. All right. Well, I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Daniel.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Check out our episode and look forward to our pick coming out soon. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Thanks for listening to The Bourbon Nerds, a podcast hosted and executive produced by Garrett Welch and Cody Mills, edited by Ethan Adams, and featuring original music by Alex Pitts. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the show with your favorite drinking buddy. Follow us on social media for new episodes and updates. The Bourbon Nerds podcast comes out every other week, and the guys are always releasing new videos on YouTube. Until next time, always remember to drink responsibly, know your limits, and never drink and drive. Cheers, nerds!